Welcome to Relufe Conversation Podcast. I am your host, Prince Ayo Akinsanya. On this podcast, we'll be documenting, talking to different people from all walks of life, having random conversations, and everything in between. Sit back, enjoy, and thank you for listening. Welcome back to Relufe Conversation Podcast. I'm your host, Prince Ayo Akinsanya. On today's episode, we will be discussing the state of the nation, Nigeria. And on the show today, I have a special guest. He is a bishop, and we're going to be discussing everything. But before going any further, let my guest introduce himself.
My name is Bishop Alade Johnson. I work for God and I work for people, and I love this country called Nigeria.
All right, Bishop. You as my guest today is interesting, and it's different because you are a bishop, a man of God. Sir, what would you say we are going through as a country, the state of the nation? What's your assessment of it?
I believe we are on recession. I believe we are running an hyper inflation system. And I believe we don't have leaders. And I believe most of our leaders are cultists. Because they kept on stealing the money. They're not giving the people any. People are hungry. They are very, very hungry. If you're earning 100,000 in Nigeria today, you can't feed. Only you can't feed. And that means when there's no food. You see, when Samaria was actually besieged by Syrians and there was a great besiegement on them, we saw that the people that were living in Samaria at that time, they had to kill their children to eat. And today we have a lot of our children that have turned to ritualists. And they are eating their fellow friend, they are eating their girlfriend, they are eating their mother, because there's a siege on this country. And that's what we are facing today. Nigeria is pathetic. And I believe it's time for us, all of us, to stand up, because we don't need to be in the government for us to be a reformer. Because these people are not ready to do anything. That is my take for this thing. They are not ready. The government is not ready. They can never be ready because they are cultists. And they have besieged Nigeria as we are talking now. That is it.
I have a counter argument. When you say the government are not ready, who is the government? It's us, the people.
Don't let anybody deceive you. We are not.
Okay.
We don't decide anything here. We don't vote with their decisions. You know what I'm saying? It's not government by the people. It's government from some dynasty. It's a dynasty. They build a dynasty in Nigeria. They build a dynasty. It's all over Africa, though. They build this dynasty. Nobody controls anybody. We are running on a dictatorship system. And everybody have a very big consensus. They agree together to steal, to destroy, and to kill. Many people are dying. A lot of our children have turned to more prostitutes. They are taking cocaine. They are doing all kind of things we have not seen in years before. So there's no job. How much are government giving them for the low income, what they call it? How much are they giving to them? You want to go from Lekki here to Ikeja. The other time I was sending my driver to Ikeja, I was telling me it's 1,500 or 1,300 to go to Ikeja and come back. And imagine if you go to Ikeja and come back, and you're going to spend another 5 hours in traffic to get there.
Yes.
The road the government are making, even in Lekki Junction here, is not even nice. It's bumpy. They just finished it and it's still bumpy. And Sholu will tell you that you have done the work. No, let us tell ourselves the truth.
But what if
total messed up?
Yes, Sanwo-Olu can say that, but the people themselves, right? And I don't want to say the people as if I'm not part of it. But our people seems to be okay with it, with the achievements. It's our people that celebrate these things. When it's time for election, the delegate system, party delegate system, for instance, is these same people that will go and queue and say, Sanwo-Olu le concede 4+4, Seyi lo kan, all these 4+4 slogan and stuff.
Seriously,
is that not us, the people? And these people in government, right, they are somebody's cousins, Aburo, Egbon.
My brother, let me just tell you, I don't like talking about all these things, because we should not be talking about what is happening. We should be talking about what are we going to do as
the solution. I agree.
Because I believe that until Nigerian outgrew Nigeria, Nigeria can never be good.
Excellent.
That means there must be a lot of people here that are ready to engage change. There must be, from you to me, we are engaging. We don't look at the government. I know they are going to have the rules and everything to counterattack the progress, but we need to go through it. See, what Nigeria is going through today, Americans have gone through it. When they were celebrating their civil 50 years anniversary from independence, there are a lot of people in America, they were hungry, but their people were not running away. We were running away. You know what I'm saying? We're turning to criminals. That's what we are doing because we don't have a good government. And when you're talking about the government, we're not part of the government. We don't steal anything. As in Nigeria, have not borrowed any money from anybody before. There's nothing they're giving to us as a student. They've not given us anything as a student. There's nothing from all the oil money. None of our family have ever actually enjoyed anything. Common life they can't give back to us. You can't tell me for the past 60 years or for the past years that we have been free, you know what I'm saying, and we have been governing ourselves, they cannot give us light. It's not possible. It's because some people will not just let go. They will not just allow us to breathe. So our children now are now ritualists. They are eating themselves. They are killing themselves. Any opportunity to see you wee somewhere, you need to pack your way. You know, every day will steal people. They steal because they are just we are under a sea. Nigeria is bleeding. Africa is bleeding. But the only way is not for us to run. We need to bring a change. We need to profile a change. And we can do it. We don't need to carry guns, you know what I'm saying? We don't need to carry guns, but we can do it. Only that they've made everybody to believe that they are doing good. And let me tell you about this leadership. Because the same thing you use to build a country, the same weapon you use to destroy a country. They control our mind. They control our behavior. When they don't give you food, when they seize your food, when they don't allow you to farm, when they seize your farm, then they are controlling you. So any small thing they give to you, you think they have done because you have not been somewhere else. You have not been to a country that does not have mineral resources, but they are doing very well. They are doing very great. So you thought Sanwo-Olu have done great by doing this road at the junction of Lekki Phase 1 that is bumpy, or at the Keja, Allen Avenue that is still bumping that they cannot do shit. Does he want to tell me he has not passed through that place? They did a project for you. Have you tell me you have not come there and see maybe it's smooth? Please, all these people are in a gang. They are cultists. I'm sincere with you.
Sir, on the road thing, on the road construction, this particular road you are talking about, I know in our political settings, right, there's a patronage system where they award a contract to a party member to do. And most often it's, at least I don't have the record for that, but I want to believe it's somebody around that vicinity. So if they give a man, a chairman, you know, a party leader, Baba Egba, Eshi Onoyi, Baba lives on that road. How come Baba is doing rubbish? What kind of mindset is that? Well, because if the governor, and this is not a particular governor, if the governor does not give that contract to the party member, it's not going back. So, that's your area. What kind of mindset is that? And how can we fix that?
You see, Bible told us something. He said, by wisdom a house is built. By understanding it is established. And by knowledge what are gotten. You see, the governor has compromised with them. So he's not using wisdom. The governor does not want to understand what people are going through, so he cannot do anything. All the governor, the only knowledge they just have is how to actually gather money together for themselves. Because if you're working in my office and I send you an errand to fix a road or to fix my door, and I get to the door, I found that the door is not fixed, I'm going to arrest you. I'm going to come after you. So if I'm not coming after you, that means me and you, we are in something.
Then if you do so, this is Nigerian politics 101 now. This is how we practice politics. If the governor do so, then it gets to a point where they report you, like the former Lagos governor, that they denied the second time. They said, like, that's a problem. And you as a governor, sir, don't you want to go for second tenure? second term.
Okay. Let me talk to you about Ambode you're talking about. I was not in Nigeria when Ambode was actually the governor of Lagos State. But what I just want to say is that as a leader, you should know people will talk bad about you. As a leader, the Bible say, I see Bible said, you say uneasy wears a hair that wears the crown.
Yes.
So you should know they are going to abuse you, they are going to insult you, but all you should focus your life is how to actually redress them, reorganize everything, make sure their destiny is useful, turn their life to become, let them become something, give them a vision. You see, when you don't give them a vision, when you don't have a vision, you don't have anything to give. And you can't give what you don't have. It is what you have that you can give. Let me tell you, if I start talking to all of you about a vision that this is where we want to go, if one of you believe me, 2 will believe me, 3 will believe me, 4 will believe me, you're not working with the people. You're working with the stakeholders, but you're not working with the people they call you. I believe that you need to serve the stakeholder, but you need to work with the people that you have been elected to come and serve. So if they abuse you, man, let them abuse you.
The counter argument is, yes, you serve the people, but they are intercepted. So, and these people that intercept you, the people you are serving, yeah, if anything happens to you, they will say, "You're going to put you," because these stakeholders controls everything.
Let us look at it. If I don't want to be the governor, and I don't want to be in the government. I'm only ruling from the government of God, which we are going to talk about. You see, let us look at it. I'm the governor of Lagos State. The first thing I will look at, what can ease these people from the load that has been on their head? If it's food, then we're going to go to the north ourselves. I will give trucks, that can bring all the load all the food from the north back to Lagos State free. That will make the food the price to go down.
Wait, whatever happened to Lagos State acquired a farm in Osun? Whatever happened to that farm?
You see, don't let's talk, because your farm is going to take you like 1 year or 3 years before you start
to grow. Yeah.
So if I'm a governor, the first thing is not when I want you to vote me in. That's when I started giving you money. It may you voted me in. The first thing I know that food need to be on your table. Now, and these food are so expensive. The bucket of tomato is 3,000. No, everything is so expensive. Then the next thing, I might not be able to pay for that food, but I tell the farmer, for the next 6 months, we are going to move all the food. We are not collecting any from you. We are going to move all the food to Lagos State so that a lot of people in Lagos can have access to food. Because can you imagine you wake up in the morning, your children are not going to school, then they don't even have
food to eat. Yeah.
How would you feel? So it is, where are they easing us off us? Because when you give ease to people, when they are talking about these palliative things, look at what all of them
did. Everybody ordering.
I said these people are cultists. You need to believe me. There's what can you think about them?
I mean, I couldn't believe it.
You see,
Indomie,
you rice and everything, you kept them in a warehouse. This is the picture of a cultist. They are saying, okay, let us be an Egyptian. Let us be a tax master. Let us destroy them. Let us break them. Let us turn them to a slave. That's what they are doing to Nigeria.
Unfortunately.
That's what they are doing to Nigeria. Because if you say you're Sanwo-Olu, I'm plainly saying it because I'm not afraid of anybody. If you say you're Sanwo-Olu, what I feel, give people what will ease them. There's no ease anywhere. There's no light. You are living in darkness. In my estate, if you have to walk, if you have to have light, they are running game for us, but we have to spend like almost 350,000, even 400,000 for us to have a normal light. I'm telling you the truth. So how do we survive in this country? So the problem is this, I don't think we should be talking about what they have done to us. We should be talking about what can we do to change Nigeria as an individual, as a church. Because a lot of people now say, church are stealing their money. Oh, church, they are taking over the warehouses. But those warehouses, nothing was in them. The company closed down for several years and they are empty.
And I am
so I don't know why people
that's good.
After the church.
And that's a good way to segue into church and nation. I'm of that opinion too myself. not necessarily taking over
The
warehouses,
warehouses, yes.
but what is church doing? It can't be, sir, and respectfully,
Yes.
sir, it can't be bring tithe, bring tithe, bring tithe. The people that are bringing tithe, these are poor people too. What's the role of a church? What is church doing?
Number one thing, you need to understand this thing very well. You see, when you have not been inside some things, you don't know about it. How many people are really paying tithe? It's grace. I need to tell you all those things.
What is grace?
Number one that you need to understand. In a church, when you see the church, and every pastor will tell you this, if you see 1,000 people in the church, people that are actually supporting that church, there are no more than 100 people. That is the truth you need to understand. There are no more than 100 people. That's number one. Number one, the church was not created to meet the needs of the state.
Well,
that is it.
True.
When you are registering, they didn't tell you should go on the street and the church is not register to actually fix your road.
To be
the church is not register, to give you light.
Yes.
So they can't blame the church for what is happening in the state. That is just it. I feel, before everybody start talking, that I feel I heard that, okay, if the church will have to do all these things these people are talking about, so where is church going to be? But the thing is this, why everybody is talking about the church have to do this, because it's not our duty. But I just want to tell you from the perspective of the Bible. I want to talk to what is going to happen at the end time, because God made it to be our business now to take over the state of the nation.
Unfortunately, yes, because of where we are.
Where we are now. It is time for the church to come out now and take charge of the people. And before you begin to go like extra miles about it, let me just tell you, the church is helping a lot of people. The only thing in Nigeria that they don't talk about it. We know how many people you have to. Sometimes you go to church with your money, you have to sell your car, you have to sell a lot of things to meet the needs of these people.
True.
If there's no church in Nigeria today, we would have gone to war. Because a lot of students that you are seeing, they are still in school, they are being sponsored by church, by pastors, by individuals from the church. That a lot of pastors, the money they are supposed to use to build their house, they have given it to the member. Let me tell you, they drive big cars. They wear good clothes. Believe me, they might not have liquid in their pocket. I'm telling you, even some big pastors you are seeing, they don't have that liquid.
Now,
I'm not talking about everyone. But what I want you to say what I want to tell you is this: the church now has to carry that burden, either we like it or not. Even the Bible has spoken to us that it shall come to pass in the end time that the whole nation shall flow unto the mountain of the Lord. And he told us that, and people will say, let us go to the house of the Lord of Jacob. There, Yoram say, we will find help. Their way, they will teach us their ways, and out of Zion there shall go forth a Lord that will run the nation. That means there's a Lord that is coming out of the church. The church have to come into it. The government cannot govern us again. Then the church can actually begin to help people. We need to create a lot of system to actually bat in this nation. That's what I believe.
What you said is true, and the reason why I'm going there, the reason why I went there is because, in a way, our nation, our continent as Africa has broken down, right?
Yes.
So church is really where it's almost like the last hope now. That's where people go for motivation, to pray and to believe. And another question then becomes, where now there's this popular assumption online that if you believe in God, why are some pastors, men of God, why are they walking around with big security, mopo guns, and you claim you are serving God?
You see, if you call yourself pastor today, will I tell you are not a pastor?
No, no.
So I don't want us to actually go into that, because there are some pastors that I don't want to go into it seriously, because I don't want to answer it, because how do you, when you look at Davido, is that not so?
Yeah, definitely.
Why is he with
Bouncer?
Mopo? I don't believe in having Mopo, but I just want to tell you,
Okay.
from all those big pastors, do you understand that I saw a video on YouTube where there's a guy that harassed, he did not want to harass Bishop Alade, but he actually went on this thing and grabbed
Okay,
him.
I think I saw it.
I've seen a minister of God, as he was laying hands on people and miracles are happening, and the people does not know we are stampeding him because they want to tap it. So when they say they are moving, it's not about the security of somebody is going to kill you.
Okay.
They know what is happening to them. I don't know what is happening to them. So they are the one that can tell. And you want to talk to me about it too, that why do they have aeroplane? No, seriously.
No, that one I don't. I mean, if you need to travel a lot.
Yeah, if you travel a lot.
That's fair. Now, on that, people are saying people are hungry and you are flying private jet. Why? Aren't you supposed to care for the needy? Okay. Aren't you supposed to feed the needy?
Okay. Bible, do you know what Bible told us? You see, some people might get me wrong, they say, but you're not. Because the law of how to rule the church is written in the book. The Bible even told us that for you to feed a widow, I know a lot of people will talk, to feed a widow, that widow must be 65 years old. Not a young widow. So, and Bible says, he that does not work does not deserve to eat. So our assignment in the church is to raise entrepreneurs, raise people from the beginning. We are supposed to lead a nation. If the church has failed, definitely the country will fail. I don't want to talk about 500, 700 years, I don't want to go into that story today, but basically, as it is now, that's what we should talk about. You see, motivation cannot help people. We need to just find a solution. And as a church, we need to find a solution that will bet Africa, that will bet Nigeria, that will make Nigeria to be great, that will make Nigeria to be a country that God has ordained Nigeria to be, or Africa to be. It is the church that have to bring the light for people to get out of darkness into light. We are not talking about spiritual, we're talking about the light, that will wake everybody up. That everybody will have food on their table, that everybody will have jobs. You see, we have seen it in America, we have seen it, how it happens. There have been depression, there have been economy, depressions and in America, and we know what they do. They have to create jobs. We need to create jobs, we need to create a lot of jobs. Sure. And church as it is today, and I'm talking to a lot of pastors, we need to lead in it. We need to make people to work. Bible told us that he that does not wash does not deserve to eat. Like I told somebody yesterday, I say, okay, we pray that money should fall into your hand. Yes, I prayed. I've seen money fall into your hand. But you can't be coming and begin to your money fall into my hand. You need to work.
You need to work, yeah, absolutely.
And if you have to work, they need to train you. We have a lot of untrained, and almost all our skilled Nigerians that have been exported abroad. So we have a lot of unskilled laborers. We have a lot of people that are not ready to work, they're just ready to come and collect your money. Every Nigerian, everybody see that wear a good suit, they go clothes. Everybody, all the people that are not making money, they believe that you're a thief, they have to steal from you. That is the state of Nigeria today.
True.
They have to steal from you. They have to collect your money and run, and the job you give to them, they will not do it. So the church has a lot of work to do. I will just say that this burden of Nigeria is upon the church now, and we must do it. We must wake up to it. We will say it's a call that we must wake up to. That how people will eat, how they drink, how they feed, how they get a job should come to the church. We leaders in the church, we should just stand up and lead the new era of Africa, the new era of Nigeria. The government can do it. It's a fair system. And I do not know, this coming election 2003, believe me, I don't know who is going to win. I don't know who to vote for. That is the truth.
And I was going to come there because election is here.
No,
another jingles but we have to do it. So
you see, it's
how
not
do we-
about are we doing it. You're what I'm saying. You see, because we need a change. I told you earlier on.
But how can we achieve this change?
My brother, the change will come from us. Until
What do we
Nigeria,
need to do to get Nigerians?
let us look at it now. Our church now, we have something we call Kick Hunger Out of Africa.
Okay.
In Lagos here, when I was in Lagos some years ago, we were actually feeding 9,000 per day. We have started in Kenya and we are starting a year back now. That every family can walk to a center and get food to eat every morning. We are not giving it for them, but we are going to sell food for 10 naira. 20 naira.
Okay.
So everybody have access. If we can still feed like almost 300,000 Lagosians that cannot have access to food. And on that center, we are telling them how to go about work, how they can get a job. Believe me, we are going to lift the burden of the people. We are doing it almost every African country. That's what our target. We are in South Africa too. We are trying to do the same. At the same time, we have a platform that we call Fruitful Entrepreneurship Fellowship, where we create
Fruitful
Entrepreneurship Fellowship.
Okay.
Which we created. But when the last time I was going to Kenya, I took a lot of product from our place to Kenya. Everybody's buying it. It's our people that created it. And we need to create an economy, a market in Africa. As you're producing here, you can send it to South Africa, you can send it to everywhere. Yes. And you see, we need to just wake up. We need to just wake up. Prayer is very good, but insight is very important.
Action.
Bible did not tell us to be lazy. Bible is the biggest business book I've ever seen. It's the biggest business book I've ever seen. If you look into it, you see that you have your life. It's not all those, I don't want to talk about church promo, but what I just believe that we should wake up.
Now, on the waking up part, I know a lot of people are not lazy. The argument is there is no work. There is no job. What do you want me to do when I can't find employment to feed my family? What's the way out?
Roosevelt, have you seen all Roosevelt? During the days of Roosevelt, that's what they did. They create jobs. That's what I'm talking about now. You yourself, you can create a job. We create jobs. And we have to train people. If you are talking about laziness, I wouldn't say what is wrong with Nigeria is laziness, but the mentality nowadays. That is why all those people that are blowing money on the street and everything, government should be arresting them. No, seriously.
But there's an argument, it's my money. I hear what you're saying.
I'm just trying to tell
you.
You can't be going on social media and be going to throw money around and they don't know your stories. If they don't know, and if you don't know the effect of these things on the populace, you won't understand it. Because everybody, I want you to go on the street and interview a lot of people. They don't want to work.
But they want to have money.
True. Because some people have shown them that you don't need to work for you to get money. You don't need to think much. That is why some people, they don't have one baba that will turn the money that will use juju to give them money. But the minute they see someone they will kill and they started looking for the baba that will come and do it. That is the problem we are facing. So we have a lot of work in the church. We should change the system of the church. I believe that for this age, the system we are using is not what God wanted us to use. The end time is coming. The devil is on us. Everything is on us. And it's our time to go there and teach the people, raise the people. Basically, raise them in wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. And it's not possible without all those things that we're going to survive. Enough of us talking about what the country is doing for us and what they are doing to us or what they have not done. It's time for us to stand and see it as in Nigeria that we don't need to be in the government for us to reform the state.
On that note, I absolutely agree with you. But there's one critical event going on in Nigeria right now, which is politics, 2023 election. And unfortunately, right, politics determines our livelihood. 2023 election, where are we? What's the way out? Is there any hope?
Well, my wife said I should go and collect the PVC.
Do you have your PVC?
Actually, unfortunately, that I don't have my PVC because Since I've been born, anytime they want to do election in Nigeria, I'm not always there.
Okay.
It has been happening, but this time around, I'm going to get a PVC and I'm going to be there. But basically, the truth need to be told is that there's no election, there's just election.
Any hope for this election?
This election,
for an ordinary Nigerian.
You see, okay, let me be a little bit factual. The person I used to believe in, they said he's very sick.
Who is that?
And that's Bola Tinubu Ahmed, because I don't know him. I've never intended to know him before, but I saw doing what he was able to do. We can see what he planned for Lagos. Okay. Especially, I saw he look at the future of Lagos, and he was even trying to. I was told that he was trying to even build a Lagoon State, and we saw a lot of things but the 4 years or the 8 year cannot. But he still passed it on to Fashola. They're still passing it on, although it's not the way it started. But we have saw what he has done. And I look at every other state in Nigeria. I saw they try to build road, build everything, but they are not visionaries. And now that Bola Tinubu is at the state he is today, I don't think there's anybody I've seen in that place. Is this Showore? Showore is too stubborn. Sorry to say.
Stubborn or it's radical for change.
No. Why am I talking this now?
No, sorry. No, we are talking to an election now.
No, that's why I don't like being interviewed.
I need your opinions.
Because if you're talking about Showore, let us look at it it's too. You see, any man that cannot submit, any man that cannot
submit to what?
It's not being submit. It's not agreeing to people. You know what I'm saying?
Which people? People that have destroyed.
I've seen him go to the Obas. You know what I'm saying? He turned to be insults. He insults them. You know what I'm saying? You see, let me tell you one thing is this. If you want to be a pastor, you need to have the voice of the pastor. If you're an economist, you should be you have the language of an economist. If you are an accountant, you don't go to the government of politics, you know what I'm saying, and behave like an activist. Now, I'm just trying to tell you the truth, sir. I don't compromise with people too. I don't want to compromise with all these things. I'm very vocal. And I talk what is in my mind. But when I see elders, I bow. But I won't agree to your system. Does not mean I agree to your system. Now, any man that cannot submit to people or agree or respect people that are elderly or older than him, I believe he has a personal attitude. I love what he's doing, but his personal attitude is my problem. I don't need to conform to your system. I can take you to court. I can take you to anything. But when I see you, I can't insult you.
But there's a counter argument that we've tried the other approach, where these same people you are claiming we should respect are the people that...
No. You see, there's what they call respect. Where me and you are fighting. There's some... Okay, is Oni of Ife, is he in the government?
No.
Why do you not... You went to his territory. And they had to force you to prostrate. No, let us. Am I wrong?
Was that not before? Was that not after the tear gas situation?
No.
Tear gas has been thrown.
No, I don't know much about it. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
I don't know much about it. I just feel that we saw somebody like Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? He moved one of the biggest rally. You know what I'm saying, for Black freedom. He talked. He was against the government, but he was not abusive.
Okay.
Are you listening to me? And that is why even the white, a lot of people supported Martin Luther Jr.
Yeah.
A lot of white back it up. But him is abusive. Sorry to say.
Okay, I mean,
he's very abusive.
Opinion is absolutely
welcome. I believed in him. I want to follow him. But somebody that is abusive, you're supposed to cool down. Lead the people. You know what I'm saying? Your words will change the people. You're not in university again. Don't do university politics.
Activity.
You are with armed robber. You are with thieves. We are people that will kill you. You are with cultists. And if you don't have wisdom to lead to, if what I was told, I don't know how true it is, that he supported Buhari. How would I support somebody that is supporting Buhari for 2015? That means there's something wrong with it, because anybody that supported Buhari has problem.
I think then there was this popular feeling that the previous administration, Jonathan administration, everything has broken
No,
down.
sir.
So we needed anything but Buhari. That was the sentiment there,
how
unfortunately.
do you need anything? Just like now, we don't know who is going to take over now. We continue to pray. In that, it does not mean, and if we can't get anybody, then all of us should sit down at home. Don't put anything there. Let Buhari continue until we get somebody. Not that we are going to bring another Buhari times 100 to come
Buhari don't do us bad things. Everything has crumbled.
Let me tell you, it's because you get anything.
So what, sir? 2023, APC primary, PDP primary. What are we doing? What's the way forward?
I will vote for one thing.
Okay.
I vote for everyone that have a church. I vote for everyone that have an organization, that we should reform this country. That is my vote.
But unfortunately, I have, apart from Peter Obi, I'm not hearing anybody else talk about issues affecting ordinary people. All we are hearing is party delegates. Okay. Is my turn. It has to be my turn. Okay. It has to go to the southeast.
Let me just tell you, I don't care what people do. You know what I'm saying? What I care about, people will be, everybody believed in him. But one thing I stand for, even during the Buhari, I was not in Nigeria, and I was writing on my post that if you vote Buhari, there's going to be a problem. And I will tell you, if you vote Peter Obi, you're going to face more.
Why?
Because he's a manager, he's not an innovator. We need someone with brain that can rebirth Nigeria. And Nigeria is bigger than Anambra State.
I have a counter argument. It's not
I don't argue it. It's
no, sir. I have an opinion.
He's a manager. We need an innovator.
But some people will say, which I'm of the opinion of that, sir, that we have a lot of resources. We need a better manager to manage what we have.
No. You see, an innovator is a better part of a manager. It's somebody that thinks. You see, there's difference between doing things right and doing right things. And
doing things right.
I won't explain it.
Doing things right and doing the right
thing. You know what I'm saying? There's difference between it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've looked at Peter Obi over time, and he's a manager. A manager will not think that you need to change this thing. He just wants he wants to leave it the way he met it. Are you listening to me now? That's a manager. An innovator, we want to see how this thing can be more beautiful. And when the manager is talking, it's just like Joe Biden. Joe Biden, they have given me a script. And Joe Biden will come.
He's a manager too.
He's a manager too.
He's a manager.
He's a manager. So he's a good person, but he can't change. And Peter Obi, I will say it today, you remember me. When Peter Obi, when he becomes the president of Nigeria, is to move all our family out of Nigeria. Because things are we are at a state where everything is messed up. We need a savior. Peter Obi is never a savior. He can't save us. He's a manager. Manager don't save you. He will just tell you, Pele, don't worry, things are going to be good. Things are going to be good. That's why we're going to enjoy through his time. Things are going to be good. When you are busy, will not talk anything. He will begin to be. Before you know, you start blaming Awolowo. You start blaming Amadu Bello. Start blaming the white people that have left out. Let me just tell you about these white people. This thing. I have different opinion about the colonial master. The colonial master gave us light.
True.
They gave us this clothes we are wearing. They gave us this chair we are sitting on. They gave us industry. They bring a lot of things to us. And the thing is that, why are we still blaming them? They gave us this kind of shoe we are wearing. They gave us pen that is better than the one we are using. They gave us blackboard. They gave us computer. They gave us everything. They gave us this wristwatch. They gave us everything. Why are we still blaming them? Why are we sitting down here and we are blaming them? What have we given ourselves?
I'm with you,
You see,
and that's
what are
my
we going to
submission
do
for
to
that.
bring a change? What is Nigeria going to manufacture that will reach to the rest of the world?
I agree.
What are we
What
going
are we
to
doing?
What are
Yeah.
we doing?
I agree. I
So
agree.
who held the white people?
No, it's not.
Janga. I don't believe in the white. I don't believe in the state. Come on, they gave you even the janga you are drinking.
Plus, who even sold us to the white people?
I don't know anybody sold us. The white people have done good for us. It is for us to start from where we need to learn from them and become better than them. Your children, you pray for your children to be better than you.
True.
Whether you like it or not. But if your children refuse, all they want to do is to steal from themselves and eat. I don't know what the white have done to us, because to us, they didn't destroy us, they made us. And it's time we need to wake up. The Chinese people today, did not colonize the Chinese. And the Chinese kept on learning from them. The Chinese will send all their children to American schools to go and learn from them. And they will not allow them to depart from their culture. Let me tell you one thing, sir. I deal with a lot of Chinese, and I can tell you this thing very, very well. Nigeria, as I was coming there saying, there's a girl that is wearing one clothes like this and one pint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Nigerians, we are not standing on our culture.
No, we are not.
The Chinese are so disciplined,
We are the
disciplined.
We are the one that will change our children's name to sound Oyinbo.
To sound like a Igbo, you want your children to be saying, "How are you? How are you doing?
How are you?"
Oh, but we are black. And you can't change our color.
And the people that bears Ola, OL, they will now change that to Hola.
Ola. So we are still.
The new name, Jaden, Jason.
Yeah. And now, as you're talking
A Yoruba woman.
Akuko. It's time we need to stop it. We need to be pure African. We are African. We are black. We're not white.
I'm with you. I agree.
And all of them. We went to this beach. I don't know what they call it. What is the name of the beach? Landman Beach. I went to Landman Beach, and everybody were basically naked. All those girls,
it's swimming trunks.
It's not swimming trunks. We see swimming trunks now. These girls just remove their breasts.
They want fresh air.
No, it's not our culture. And everybody will be using nose to talk. It's not our culture.
We want to sound funny. Sir, on the using nose to talk part, I believe that's one of the consequences of the broken states. Because we don't have an identity anymore.
Thank you, sir.
And that thing hurts me. Sir, I get a lot of flags amongst my friends when I'm saying, all my children, I don't want English name inside their name. You are Oluwa. It's either Oluwa did something for you, or I'm a prince, or I did something.
Yeah.
Oluko Yoruba.
I don't understand.
I don't want to be hearing Jason.
Let me tell you.
Jadon.
If I go to my son's school to pick him from the class, immediately I entered the class. All the children will say, "Good afternoon, sir. How are you?" I just say, Jesus Christ. We didn't pay you to change them to America. We pay you to make them to learn.
But unfortunately, our institution is broken. And the only way... look at... Even on... I was having this conversation with the manager there for Relufe TV. We were having the conversation, and I was like, another thing I want to do, and God help me, is to create content, Nigerian-based, African-based content for our kids, which is, of course, it's a lot of money. Because if you watch our children's laptop, everything they watch is not... We don't own them.
We don't have identity. I want make China now, the Chinese, to be the second biggest economy.
Yes,
they are about to.
They're about to take over. They are about to.
Is because that their identity they cannot remove it. They cannot. And every woman now, every man, you need to speak diction. No diction. I'm not a white person. I'm a Yoruba man. We should even create a Nigerian language.
If you have an H factor, voila. If you sound too Igbo, you are Igbotic. If you have a day, you are Okola. So that kind of identity. That's who we are. Yeah. But when a French person speaks French or Italian, oh my God, it's so sexy.
Yes, or the new one.
So it's really sad. And to me, that's the old institution. There is no institution. Now, another thing, I'm a US based before I moved back, right? So I speak My education is in the US.
Okay.
Me, I'm one. Another person goes to the UK, learn.
Yeah.
Another one goes to China, Russia, Ukraine. All this clash of identity. We then come to Nigeria to compete
with the society.
So we have different phonetics speaking.
Let me tell you, one person. You see, I let me just give you this. There's a boy that came to me. He said he came to me for me to pray for, and him, and when he got to me, and he said, Pastor, I said, what's your problem? He said, Pastor, they won't let me travel. They won't let me. They started speaking for them. They won't let me travel. I just got stuck here. The witches in my family. He said, and I said, ask him. I said, please, when did you actually came back to Nigeria? He said, that is the problem.
I've never You never come out. You don't speak.
So the problem we are having is, like you said, I believe that until we become original.
Our TVs, our radio.
Until we become original.
Good evening, this is Guinea News. It's 10 o'clock news. I'm like, are we...
Until we become original. We need to become original. And the originality is what we just need. But above all, the state of the country today still require every Nigerian. Until Nigerian knows that we are Nigeria. Look at me, I'm black. I don't want to be white.
They are not even white. They are Caucasian, but that's not white. Yes, that's another argument.
Yes, and they don't. You see, like Martin Luther says, he said, I want my children to be known by the content of their, and not the color of their skin. But today, we want to even change the skin as possible.
We do.
If it's possible, your child will just come up white. You say, hallelujah. We'll do
fine.
Okay. And they can, even if a pastor come and say, I want to anoint all your children to turn to white, all of them.
Will do.
There will be a lot of people that will say, I will pay for it.
Okay.
It's time we just need to change. And I want to tell you that you came back to Nigeria and you need to understand that even this you are doing, you can actually be a blessing to people. You can get job to you. We can sit down and look at it. This is what I'm doing. How can you give other people jobs?
That's what we have done.
Yeah,
people on this production are employed. We are
paid. What can we do? What can we do about the nation? And if you say you are going to save the world, you are going to save the world.
I believe so.
That's it.
And the mindset.
And when you provide a solution, definitely you are going to be rich.
I agree with that.
You might not understand how the money will come. We just start coming because people start depending on you.
Agree.
There are a lot of opportunity doors that will be open.
I agree.
Until all of us can stand up and say, let us build this country. Ask everybody around me. I said, I don't want to stay in America. My friend said, okay, what is wrong with you? I say, I can pass by, but stay.
Coming.
I don't want to stay in Europe. I don't want to stay in it. I want to be in Africa.
I'm with it. I share the same sentiment.
Yes, I want to be in Africa. And it's time we need to be. And I have a lot of my friends. As I was coming to Nigeria, I talked to them. This July, like almost 19 of my friends are coming back home. I talked to them. I said, you can't sit down there. You're growing old now.
That's good.
And you want to stay there.
It's unfortunate.
It is time we need to come back.
Start transitioning.
And build this country. We don't need to relate with those. They are cultists. You don't answer to destroy Nigeria. That's the only way, the only answers I have. They are cultists. And we should not be expecting anything from them. I don't want to talk about Hub of Lagos. I don't want to talk about a lot of those nonsense. But the only thing is that let us reform this country.
And reorient our people. Let's start building institutions and let's be intentional.
If it's not intentional, what did I always say? If it's not intentional, it's not original.
Yeah, let's be intentional.
Let's
be authentic. Sir, it's been an honor. Okay, Thank you so much for coming on this podcast. But before you go, please, where can people find you, your church, and everything, so that I'm sure you have gained a lot of followers because of everything we've talked today. So where can people find you, sir? Where can they find me? They can find me in Nigeria. What's the name of the church and stuff? Okay, we have a prayer mountain. Our prayer mountain is actually basically on the meditations and we have a system whereby when you come in, you can pray. We will lead you into prayer. We'll lead you into some training for you to get out of your problem. And we made that environment so that when you want to think, you can think. Okay. And when you are thinking, we are building a hub. When you
So after thinking, you want to put it on the page, you can meet some of our graphic artists or anything that will help you to write it and help you to build it.
Okay. Actually, like bring it to
Yes,
life. Okay.
to bring it to life, to build the image in your brain.
Okay.
When your business is having problem, when you have any kind of problem, from business, from natural, from family and everything, we just want you to come around. When you come around, we help you through it. They give you therapy, you go through it so that you can rebirth. And everything you want to do, you want to build your vision or look at your business again, you want to reactivate it again. We have AC there. We run, it's like hotel, but it's very cheap.
Okay, where is that, sir?
That one is in number 11, Amari Close.
Okay.
Amari Close, United Estate, down the road.
In Aja?
In Aja.
In Aja?
Yes.
What's the name of the...
It's Fruitful Prayer Mountain.
Fruitful
Prayer Mountain.
Fruitful Prayer Mountain in Aja.
In Aja, but it's not the type you think it is.
Okay.
It is a place that you come to rebirth.
Can we find it, or is there a telephone number?
If you there's a telephone number.
Okay.
We have a call center actually.
Okay, what's the...
So you can even Google us.
Okay.
You see the place there.
Okay,
and
sir.
we are trying to expand. We are actually building a system too, a house for entrepreneurs.
Okay.
We are building fellowship for entrepreneur, and even we have it even some African countries already.
Okay.
And we are building it, but Nigeria, everybody that sees me, they say go back home and do this thing. And we are trying to get everybody on our platform.
Okay.
So that, and we want to engage all Nigerians.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That can mentor people, that all of us can work together
Okay.
and give birth to a new Nigeria.
Okay.
That's what I believe.
And the name is still...
Fruitful Prayer Mountain.
Fruitful...
But the name of our church is Fruitful E Family.
Fruitful E Family in Nigeria as well.
Is Nigeria too.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Bishop. Thank you for coming. And listeners, viewers, thank you so much for tuning in today to this podcast. I hope you have enjoyed the conversation as much as I have. Again, thank you so much. Please continue to follow us, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And until next time, I'm your host, Prince Ayo Akinsanya. Good morning, good evening, good night.